how is everybody doing? Little different of a setup here because I am running solo as Ricky had some other personal business to attend to. I think he had like a doctor's appointment, but it doesn't matter. We are here, and listen, this isn't out of our comfort zone because having a solo podcast is how we started. For those that may not remember, Murph's Card Town YouTube channel, a shop, originally started as Murph's Boston Sports Talk podcast, and it just grew ever since. However, the podcast was the original stepping stone plan, and then it was going to evolve into something much bigger and better. It was all part of the plan. However, that doesn't matter. You guys could care less. But for those who remember, drop a like down below. Drop a comment. Hey, Murph, I remember the good old days. And the good old days are still today. However, it's going to be you and I on this fine episode. And honestly, if you guys are sick of me talking to myself for however long this episode is, then so be it. However, I'm very, very excited to dive into today's episode of Hobby Talk, episode number 40. Wow, 40 episodes. That is nuts. And honestly, I'll try to keep things quick and smooth. I first wanted to start off with MurphsCardTown.com and Cardtown Armor. You guys have been super awesome with the support with Cardtown Armor, and I'm super duper thankful. I know it sounds kind of childish, super duper, but it's true though. I mean, without you guys, none of this is possible. The shop, the website, social media, buying, selling, and trading, and our newest endeavor, Cardtown Armor. Level 1's been out for 2 weeks now, I believe, or a week and a half. When it came out Friday. So yeah, 2 weeks. By the time you guys are seeing this, it'll be just about 2 weeks. And I'm absolutely excited. But I want to kind of drive our attention to level 2, which is available this summer. Summer's coming up, guys, pretty quickly. And this might even come out sooner than summer because I wasn't expecting to get level 2 in as soon as I did, to be honest. So awesome that I was able to get it. And here it is, level 2, guys. And I'll kind of showcase level 1 really quickly. And that is this right here. So it's a nice silicon bumper, plastic bumper, so to speak, but here we call them armor because this is much better than a bumper or a protector. This is armor for your cars, and I definitely plan on doing some testing like out in the wild. Like I want to throw it, drop it, run it over, see how strong these are and how much wear and tear they can get before something happens to the car, whether the slab breaks or it gets scuffed, damaged, destroyed, whatever it may be. So I'm very curious to test. This is the level 1. This is our mint green color, mint green. But I'm not here to showcase that. You guys have already seen it. But here is level 2 indeed. Now this blue stuff, this is just protective film. Obviously it's not actually blue, but I kind of just want to show you just the innards of it. Ooh, there we go. Pops open. It has a nice magnetic field right here, so it's kind of like a book. But it is indeed 2-piece. Look at that. See? Boop. And then boop. Right off. So what you do is pretty simple. You drop the card right in here. I wish I had a card to kind of do it, but I don't. Drop the card in, and then you just kind of boom. And this I also want to run a lot of tests on as well to see the strength and durability of it. And I want to point this out because they are here. They are in, but they are not available yet to the public, unfortunately. But they will be very, very soon. And as you can see on the website, it does say coming soon because it is. It is coming very, very soon. But if you guys are impatient, which, hey, listen, I am, so I don't blame you if you are, feel free to grab level 1 armor right now. I'll kind of show you all the level 1 armor that we have. So we have a 5-pack bundle of whatever color you want. Pretty much save $1 per armor for the 5-count bundle. And then we got black, blue, electric green. Here's all the colors right here. We got the second page to show you a bit more. And then, yeah. So, yeah, definitely grab your Cardtown Armor level 1. Only good for PSA, whereas level 2 comes in this beautiful box, guys. What a beautiful box it comes in. Is designed for PSA, CGC, TGA. Let's see. What was there? Another one that I tried? I think there was another random company that I also tried, plop it in and it fit. And then, of course, there's Beckett as well. SGC doesn't work because it's just too wide and too big. But, yes, be prepared to grab your level 2 armor very, very soon. I'm very excited to be pumping this out for you guys. But, okay, let's dive into some real conversation here, right? That was a little ad, a little spot, a little plug-in. Hopefully you guys are still with us because we do have 2 big-time conversation topics to talk about. Now, I hate how Jalen Brunson is the poster child for this post from Alt about 6 days ago, but he's one of the best examples of this, and that is, should a first-year card from a player's most notable team be more desirable than a rookie card? And I think that is a really good question to ask, because how many people out there know what team Jalen Brunson was drafted and his rookie cards are for? How about Tyrese Halliburton? And we could do this all day. Now that Luka got traded, how about Luka Mavs cards? And obviously, people will remember Luka as a Maverick, but where do we draw the line, right? And of course, unless you're a local fan of, let's say, the Knicks or the Mavericks or the Sacramento Kings, you might want to. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Sacramento Kings. If you're a fan of the Knicks, if you're a fan of who did I say, Luka, the Lakers, and if Halliburton, the Pacers. So if you're a fan of those teams, obviously you're still going to collect the cards of that player on your favorite team, obviously. But you're going to want rookie cards of that player too, because that's just the society that we live in. It's all about rookies. I had a friend of mine ask me, Murph, what's the big deal with rookie cards? Why is everybody so in love and infatuated with rookie cards? Now, before I answer, I would like you guys to pause and ask yourself the question as well. You can pause the episode right now. I'm just kidding. But just think to yourself, why do I like rookie cards? Now, again, try to put your fan bias aside, especially if you collect of your favorite team. But, why do you like to collect rookie cards of whoever? Anybody that's not on your favorite team. Why does it have to be a rookie card? Well, I answer the question this way. Because back in the day, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, people were collecting primarily baseball cards. And of course, once you get in the 90s and 2000s, football, basketball, hockey, other sports really started to take precedent as well. But from the 80s all the way back, of course, those other sports were still relevant. It was primarily baseball. And people loved to collect rookie cards of Hall of Famers. That was kind of the big thing, was the rookie cards of Hall of Famers. Outside of collecting cards of your favorite team, there was a guy I know, well, I don't know him personally, but through a guy who liked to collect the last year card of that player. So back then they had all the stats on the cards. They thought that was awesome to kind of look back at the stats from 1957 compared to 58. And now down year in 59, but they bounced back in 60. And they can kind of reminisce about that of the players that they're collecting. And I think from that angle, that's awesome. But the whole rookie thing really started with, we're 30 years removed from this player's career. They're one of the best Hall of Famers of all time, and no one knew that when they were a rookie. So let's buy the rookie card, because when that player's rookie card first came out, they were just another young rookie, right? No one really knew anything about it. In 51, no one knew that Mickey Mantle was going to be one of the best hitters of all time. No one knew that Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Jackie Robinson, Sandy Koufax, Nolan Ryan, Bob Gibson, no one knew that they were going to be these great players. Nobody knew. Obviously, you have hope and potential, and you think that they're going to be good. But, any of those guys easily could have had a very poor career. And we wouldn't be talking about it. Obviously, Jackie Robinson is a little bit of a different story, but you get the picture, right? So why do people care about rookie cards in 2025 about, I'm just staring at the guy, but Jalen Brunson? Why do people care about rookie cards about Luka Doncic, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, you name anybody? Why do we care about their rookie cards? I think Mahomes is a little bit different. I think he's kind of already in that greatest of all time conversation. But why do we care about any of these other guys as rookies? They haven't done anything. They pale in comparison to the GOATs and the legends and the superstars and the Hall of Famers of their respective sport. It's because people are told to collect rookie cards from other influencers, from other content creators, because that is apparently what sells, and that's what you could buy and flip and just keep going and going and going for people to make money. There's a wonderful comment right here. For a real collector, so again, going based off the first question, should a first-year card from a player's most notable team be more desirable than a rookie card? For a real collector, yes. For a spreadsheet margin flipper, no. I kind of want to read the replies. Real collectors have always valued rookie cards far and above the most, so not sure what you're talking about. That's not sure. Again, vintage baseball, maybe, but collecting wasn't always centered around rookie cards. Sure, real team collector then. I'm not completely certain if you're referring to real collectors in general or the market rather. The shoe fits both. I feel like collectors have many points of view and preference. It's one of those things that makes collecting interesting fun. There's a million and one ways to collect in this hobby, and none of them are right. Really, none of them are right. There's a few wrong ways, but none of them are right. There's one more. Oh, good point. Yeah, I agree. Let's just keep. Any other not more desirable to the general population? Why? Because the general population likes to flip. But for the right collector or fan base, yes, absolutely agree. I know it's kind of cut off, guys. Just kind of work with me here. This is a great question. I started collecting Brunson a year ago. I have a few numbered PSA and only a rookie. I prefer getting more of his Knicks cards rather than having all his main rookie cards. So, I mean, if you ask your general collector who likes Brunson just because he's staring at me, they're going to probably favor the Knicks cards because that's where he grew to stardom. That's where he became who he is today, is with the Knicks. So if I'm a Dallas Maverick fan, I'm probably a little envious. I'm probably a little upset that we didn't keep this guy. So why would I want to collect his rookie cards? Now, of course, when you go on the open, oh, it's not a rookie, it's not a rookie. That's why I have a shirt on Murph's cards. I'm going to pull it up right here because I still have it. I literally have a shirt on, wrong one, merch. Sorry, I just kind of like reorganized this, so I got to try to figure it out. Let's see, where is it? It says veteran cards are cool too. It's probably going to be last because I put it in alphabetical order. Yeah, see right here. Veteran cards are cool too. You can pick your color too. Pick your size. Blue jean. It's kind of like a gray. Lagoon blue. I think I have the Lagoon blue. I think I have this exact one right here. This Lagoon blue. Anyways, doesn't matter, right? But veteran cards are indeed cool too. You know, if as a Celtics fan, let's just use Tatum and Brown for instance. Like, of course, we want their rookie cards because their rookie cards are still with the team that they first were drafted from, that they developed from, that they became stars from. And of course, it is the local team, my favorite basketball team being the Celtics. However, if I run into a gold out of 10 prism, a 2022 gold prism of Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, I'm not going to be turned off by it because it's not a rookie card. And I think just like that first comment said, for real collectors, yes, this should be more desirable. But for a spreadsheet margin flipper, no. So I beg the question for those that fall into more of the flipper category than the collector category. Now, of course, you could be both. That's fine. But for those that are actively flipping, buying, selling, and trading and flipping, why is the rookie card to you so important? Like, what is wrong with this card here? What is wrong with Joe Montana autos today? He didn't have any rookie patch autos back then in the 80s, but you can get Joe Montana patch autos today. Arguably the second, some would say third best quarterback of all time, and people wouldn't want a patch auto, a game-used patch, if able, of Joe Montana? It just makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, I mean, these athletes are kind of coming out of the woodworks. These like famous athletes, like Tom Brady, LeBron James, they're coming out with autos now with Fanatics. And you're going to tell me you wouldn't want a Bowman Chrome or a Topps autograph of Tom Brady or LeBron James just because it's not a rookie? That just makes absolutely no sense to me. So again, that's me being from a collector's standpoint. So I want to know yours. And I know where Ricky would lie on this. He would lie with the collectors, yes, and the margin flippers, no, obviously. But again, I want to know from the general public why the rookie card matters when it originally started with collecting Hall of Famers. Now, if any of these guys that I've kind of mentioned, besides Brady, besides LeBron and Mahomes, become Hall of Famers, fine, that's an argument to have because they are Hall of Famers and you want to collect their cards before they became who they became. Totally get it. Totally understand. But no disrespect to Tatum, Brown, or Brunson, or Luka for that matter, but when their career is done, they're probably not in the top 5 conversation of all time. They're probably not going to be in the top 10 conversation when it's all said and done. But they will probably be Hall of Famers if they stay on the trajectory that they're currently on. And if you want to collect their rookie cards then because they're Hall of Famers, totally get it. A guy like Jaylen Brown was selected 3rd overall by the Celtics in a very questionable move. People thought it was a terrible pick, that he was going to be a bust. But you know what? Hey, when you take that ideology of what had happened in 2016 when he was drafted to whenever he retires and gets into the Hall of Fame, it makes collecting his rookie card a little bit more appealing because everyone didn't want him, and nobody thought he would become who he became. Jalen Brunson, I don't know where he was drafted. I forget where he was drafted. Somewhere in the first round, I believe. But again, no one expected him to finish with the career that he had. So collecting his rookie cards then, when he becomes a Hall of Famer, that makes sense. So unless you want to buy it today and sit and wait for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years, however long it may take for some of these guys that we've been talking about, go ahead. But I know that the majority of people either watching, listening, or just the hobby in general don't even have the patience to invest in a card for a year. They like have to flip it like immediately. Like right when they get it, they have to flip it. Like I got a couple cards. I know the back's a mess. Right there, that I'm saving for Fanatics Fest. I don't mind sitting and waiting. Sure, I'd like to sell them, but I know they're not going to really sell around here just because the price tag's a little too expensive for some people. And that's okay. But I need to be patient enough to wait, not investing, because I know what my plan is for these cards. But I need to have patience and wait and then bring it with me to sell at a bigger show where I do strongly believe that I'll be able to sell them. It's a very interesting question. It's a question that absolutely needs to be talked about because how many players in any sport are not on the same team that they were a rookie for? Again, Brunson with the Mavs, Halliburton with the Kings, Luka now with the Mavericks. I think this would be fun to be able to have something different to collect. Oh, hey, that's a first-year gold prism of a superstar in the game. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I really like that card. That is very desirable. Like, I would like for us to get to that point. So it gives us something else to collect and not just some score or Donruss or Hoops rookies of whoever they are, right? So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'm super curious what you guys have to say because honestly, as a collector, I don't care if it's a rookie. I don't care if it's graded. I don't care about the value, but that's just me. When I have to put my Murph's Cardtown LCS owner hat on and I have to go sell it, I have to kind of put my hat on and then I got to put the goggles on of a flipper so I can kind of have their vision and what they want to do with the card. And that's kind of how I have to buy sometimes. And I hate it because I pass on at shows, at the shop even, I pass so many times on just cool cards because I always tell people, yeah, I don't think I'd be able to sell that. Oh, I don't have the population for that. I don't think anybody would want that. And it could be a really cool card at an affordable price for that matter too. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. And while you're down there, please smash the subscribe button if you're new or haven't considered subscribing. Like the video if you're enjoying the video so far. And of course, check out the channel membership program. I would definitely appreciate the love and support by checking out the exclusive channel membership program where you get so many awesome goodies, perks, benefits. Just click that join button. It won't sign you up automatically, I promise you, but it will bring you to a bunch of information so you can pick the best tier that fits your collecting needs. And I would be definitely thankful and appreciative if you just go check it out. That's all I'm asking. Just go check it out. You don't have to sign up for it if you don't want to, but just give it a quick little look-see. All right. So from all places, Yahoo Sports has this covered. Let me move myself over real quick. There we go. Yahoo Sports has this covered. I literally type in Backyard Breaks Grant into Google. Like, I'll even show you. Look at Backyard Grant. Oh, Grant is back. Okay, so I clicked the first one. It's Yahoo. When did this article come out? Because he just came back Wednesday, April 23rd. So he came back like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. Or is that 3 weeks? No, that's 2 weeks. Backyard Breaks co-founder returns to live stream after sexually explicit remarks. Now, I'm a little late to this news, but it's something that like is not urgent to talk about here on the channel, here on Hobby Talk, but it is something that absolutely needs to be addressed. Now, I will say this. I am not going to repeat or paraphrase anything that Grant said. It's just absolutely inappropriate. You can go out and find it yourself. I'm sure you've already heard of it. I'm sure you already know what he said. But if you don't, it was extremely sexual, and it was just absolutely inappropriate. Just disgusting at the end of the day. Just disgusting. And he honestly should have been from whatnot, but they didn't do anything about it. And I kind of skimmed this article. I didn't read it word for word before I'm reading it to you now. So it's going to be kind of brand new to both of us. I want to read it, give my thoughts about it as we go about, and give my thoughts at the end of the article and kind of just kind of see. Let's just see. All right. Buckle up, guys. Ben Burrows is 2-minute read. Backyard Breaks co-founder Grant Telford returned to live streaming Wednesday after stepping away from the company following a series of explicit remarks earlier this year. Telford and co-host Bugsy, who also returned to streaming Wednesday, hadn't been featured in Backyard Breaks live streams in nearly 3 months following a show in January that featured offensive comments. I wonder if they'll mention it here. During the controversial Whatnot stream, Telford and Bugsy exchanged a series of comments about Telford's hypothetical future daughter, which many characterize as the sexualization of a child. There you go. So just kind of think of that and think of the worst possible things you can say. That's what he said. Due to the sensitive nature of the comments, Collect has opted not to quote Telford directly. Thank you. After an attempted apology during a subsequent show, Telford issued a statement apologizing for his remarks. Telford wrote in the apology he would be stepping away from the company to reflect on his actions. Backyard Breaks later issued an official statement which said the company was reviewing its policy for live streams. What policy for live streams? Hold on, guys. Does it say that we can talk bad about unborn daughter in our policies? Yeah? Oh. Who put that in there? Like, what policy are you reviewing? Like, honestly, it's the dumbest thing ever. But you know what's really dumb too? Is that people still support Backyard Breaks. All these years later, people know that breaks are not financially a stable investment. People know that breaks are not financially a smart thing to do. Sure, is it entertaining? Of course, any break can be entertaining, especially these hooligans screaming about Derek Carr out of 149s being the hits of the box, even though they're $3 cards. I mean, people just still fall for this stuff. It's unbelievable. That's what's also stupid about this nature. All right. Prior to starting Wednesday's box break, Telford reconnected with Backyard Breaks customers while largely talking about self-improvement and other positive messaging. Quote, "You guys drove me to be a better person, and I appreciate you," Telford said during the show. Really, if no one said anything, or no one complained, or no one stepped up and said what and pushed back on what he said, he wasn't gonna step away. He wasn't gonna become a better person. Like, do people deserve second chances? Of course, yes, sure. But there is a line, and sometimes what you do or say can still stick with somebody for a very long time, maybe forever, and never be forgiven. Elsewhere on social media, Telford's return was met with ire from members of the trading card community, with many believing Telford and possibly Backyard Breaks as a company should be banned from the major streaming platforms permanently. Should they be banned as a company? Well, Grant owns Backyard Breaks, or one of the owners of it. So directly, there should be some fault and responsibility on Backyard itself. Like, what does the policy say? Hey, like, so stupid. But Grant himself absolutely should be. In the fact that this video was brought to you by my loyal patrons through the channel membership program. Pledge today and receive exclusive perks, benefits, early access to videos, and more. Link in the description. Whatnot didn't do anything. Like, I mean, pulling Grant was a Backyard decision. That wasn't a Whatnot decision. So the fact that Grant could have never missed time, he could have returned whenever he wanted, and Whatnot wasn't going to do anything about it. And how about all these other, influencers and content creators not kind of hammering Whatnot more for making an actual decision on the matter, or holding Grant and Backyard more responsible for what they said? Imagine if someone like me or any other small business in general said that, or any small streamer, content creator, or anybody else said that. Like, oh my goodness, it just makes no sense to me. And people, not you guys, maybe you guys, I don't know, but people out there still buy from Backyard Breaks and still support Backyard Breaks. Like, they don't care about you. They don't. And if anybody that knows me, they'll know and understand that I do care about you. I care about my customers. Those customers have become friends, because at the end of the day, yeah, me having a small business needs your business to stay afloat. Walmart, Target, they don't need your business. They don't need you to buy that $30 blaster. They don't care. They want you to buy clothes and electronics and other stuff that they have there. It's just, oh my God, it's so infuriating, because I know that if I ever said anything like that, I would it would be so unfathomable to think, because I actually have standards with my life. And now that I have a child, although a son, Like, there's just things you don't say. You don't even say behind closed doors or to yourself or even think about saying. It's just unbelievable. And there's actual people out there supporting and backing up Grant. Like, oh, it's okay. Welcome back. Second chances. Oh, we've missed you. It's just like, are those people clueless? Like, I'm not here to bash anybody, especially if you're one of those people. Like, I'm not trying to bash you, and it definitely is coming off like that. But, like, figure it out. Like, seriously, figure it out. Oh, my God. I let me finish the article before I just keep going and going and going. In addition to the offensive comments, the backyard breaks controversy was complicated by what some in the trading card community viewed as inaction. Just said that. From many of the most important companies in the hobby. I strongly think Whatnot should have banned them. Panini should have pulled their licenses with them. Fanatics should have pulled their licenses with them. And they should have laid the hammer down, because I know I said I was going to read this article, but let me give you this one thought. If anybody that wasn't Backyard said it, so let's just say Backyard is up here in the streaming, and someone like in a tier below them said the same thing, they're gone. Cooked, gone, banned, stripped away from everything forever. But because Backyard is up here, they get to stay around without penalty. Whatnot, the largest collectibles streaming platform in the industry, declined Collect's request for a comment directly after the controversial show. I wonder why. A new request following Telford's return also went unanswered. Whatnot's a joke, guys. There's like 3 paragraphs left, but Whatnot's a joke. Attempts by Collect to reach Telford and other company co-founders for a comment on his return weren't immediately successful. To date, the only public action by a Backyard Breaks partner appears to be Whatnot temporarily suspending Telford's account. Oh, so Whatnot did temporarily suspend. They have like 10 different accounts, so it doesn't really matter. The account appears to have been rebranded as Backyard Buzz and was used by Telford on Wednesday. Okay. All right. Well, I take back that Whatnot didn't do anything. Apparently they did. They suspended Telford's account, which I thought he probably owned all of them, but whatever, doesn't matter. And they just rebranded and he's back. But it's the same old Grant. It's the same guy, and it's going to be the same absolute nonsense. It's just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What a disaster of a situation. That this shouldn't even be a conversation. I shouldn't even have to be talking about this right now. People shouldn't have to be talking about this. And the fact that Whatnot basically did nothing, Fanatics and Panini didn't do anything, and that there's still people out there that are still buying into their breaks. They're either clueless, insensitive, don't care, or I don't know, or support them. But yeah, no, absolutely terrible. Terrible situation, terrible fallout. But again, if they're up here and a streamer right here says the same thing, does the same thing, they're getting absolutely canned and hooked. But guys, I mean, I'm not going to ask for your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns about this, because I really don't want to be talking about this, because we really shouldn't have to be talking about this. But here we are talking about it. And it's an absolute disgrace that we have to be talking about it. So if you do want to leave any comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, just keep it clean. Don't, sexualize anything. Don't get aggressive. Just keep it like, PG, right? Just keep it appropriate. Keep it respectful, because let Grant, Backyard, and Whatnot be the disgusting people in this situation. Disgusting groups in this situation. So, I mean, I don't even want to like cut out me. Like if Ricky and I were doing this, like of course we would have like moments of silence and just discuss and like pause, and I wouldn't cut it out. And since it's just me, it's a lot easier. And I'm still not even gonna cut it out, because it's an absolute. I mean, it's just like I could only imagine how people with daughters feel. I could only imagine. Only imagine. People in the hobby with daughters, for that matter. It's just like. Breaks themselves aren't bad. I've said this before. If you and a couple buddies go, you split the box 3-4 ways, however many you guys are, get some pizza and beers, you want to shred the box that way, like that's totally fine. I'm all for that. That actually sounds like fun. But people that are just obnoxiously buying into brakes, backyard and other people too. I mean, when I had Alex on from Collectors MD, it's just people just need to buy into these brakes because they need that itch. They need that high of getting into these kind of brakes, and it's absolutely horrible for the hobby. Like, braking originated as kind of what I just prefaced it with. A couple guys, a few guys buy a box, maybe at their local card shop. They just kind of split it and kind of, make the brake themselves. But the fact that it's gotten to this point is absurd. People are buying into, Dan the Cardman like broke it down. Oh no, was it Dan the Cardman? No, who was it? It was, who broke it down? Oh, somebody broke it down. And Rob from Burbanks. Yes, this is it. Okay, so in this video here, Rob basically kind of explains and does the math on brakes, right? And he used Topps Chrome Black that's behind him, baseball product. I think it's 25 that just came out. He used that as a great example. And I even leave a comment here. I'll even go over my comment in just a second. He kind of breaks down the math where it's like, well, if you buy 3 of these boxes, that equates to $21 a card. All right, well, if you buy it on Whatnot, it's like $26 a card. Then you factor in shipping, and it's $31 a card. So it's just like you're paying $31, and I'm paraphrasing, of course. You guys are more than welcome to watch the actual video of Rob. But if you pay $31 a card for a product that's mostly base and the hits in it don't yield $31 worth of value on the back end, you're just getting smoked every single time. I mean, where was it? Burbank is here for the long run, and we're not here to smoke 85% of our customers, which braking companies do, guys. I mean, I think in another video he even said like 8 out of 10 people who join a break, or 80% of people that join a break, don't feel like they got their money back, or they don't leave the break satisfied. And that is absolutely true. Like, I mean, I ask you guys the same question. I'll pose the same question to you right now. How many times do you join a break and you leave satisfied that you got your value, your money back, you even made money off of it? Like, how many times do you leave a break feeling like that, compared to how many times you feel like, oh, it was a waste of money, I shouldn't have done it, what a waste, I got nothing, and you just wasted your money, right? Every transaction, but each business owner, it's your customers to lose. I mean, I do think that the level of braking that Whatnot, Fanatics Live, Drip, there's another one, and there's a dozen of them out there. I think people are getting smarter. People have gotten smarter. I think they've always been smart, to be honest, but I think they're getting smarter and be like, I'm just going to buy the card, or I'm just going to buy the box, and I'm not going to join this break. And they absolutely should, think like that. Like, I mean, it is like, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Hold on, let me move myself up here. It is absolutely fractionalized gambling. And people come into the shop all the time and they say, oh yeah, there's another means of gambling. This is basically gambling. Yeah, I mean, these are lottery tickets, scratch tickets. And at the end of the day, yeah, they kind of are, but we don't have to think like that. We don't have to have that thought process. Because I tell people this all the time. I'm like, no matter the price of the box, it doesn't matter. $20 box, $2,000 box, it doesn't matter. If you can make half your money back, half, whatever the half is, that's a win. Half, that's a win. That other half, that other 50% of the value of a $20 box, $10, or $2,000 box, $1,000, has to be for fun. That has to be the fun. You have to be willing to have fun for $1,000, $10, $500, whatever the number is. And if you can't, then you shouldn't buy the box. Or don't complain that you lost money after it, because this hobby, or any hobby, what is a hobby? Hobby is for fun. Let's look it up. Hobby definition. I know it's kind of like crooked. Oh, that's hob. Oops. Hobby. Oh, perfect. You can see it. An activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. An activity done regularly in one's leisure time for pleasure. Do we need to have a an ELA class here looking up what is leisure time? What is pleasure? People are going to get bored and they're going to click off if they haven't already, because they don't want to hear this stuff. But this is the stuff that we need to be talking about in this hobby. It is meant for fun. Oh, I'm sorry, pleasure, as they like to describe it. And if that's your mind process, then you're going to, like the pleasure, the fun aspect of it, then you're going to be in this space for a very long time. You're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to make friends and connections. And you're going to accumulate great cards that you're going to thoroughly enjoy and love. That's just the nature of it. You will, I promise. But if you go into it with the idea of gambling, lottery tickets, how much can I flip the card for, then you're going to fall out of it and be completely miserable. And I know I'm going on a tangent, but if you just think back to 2020, 21, 22, people were all the way, there's so many people in it, and then they just slowly disappear and slowly fall off. Why is that? Because they're not making the money that they put into it. People aren't able to flip retail products anymore. People aren't able to sell that $1,000 card for 20% or 30% more than what they bought it for, because that $1,000 card's actually worth $400 now, because that $400 card should never have been worth $1,000. It's all math. It's all experience. It's all common sense at the end of the day. And those sports people that failed, that's why Pokemon, to kind of spin it to Pokemon, I guess, that's why Pokemon kind of became so toxic and obnoxious in an unhealthy space, because those same people knew that, oh, Pikachu's a chase, Eevee's going to be a chase, Blooming Waters is coming out, that's going to be a chase. So all those failed sports people jumped over to the Pokemon aspect of things. And that's how Pokemon became so toxic like sports cards once were. And with Journey Together being very much geared towards collectors, we're starting to see a little bit of toxicity regression. And people kind of slowly dialing back from Pokemon in terms of like the flippers and the resellers, the scalpers and all that, because they're not able to get their hands on things to flip for profit, because the Pokemon collectors, who I think have always been smart, or at least the majority of them, they know that I'm not going to buy that ETB for $100 because I know it's either a $50 or $60 box, or at the very worst I can get it for $70. It's just, whereas my favorite thing about the Pokemon collectors is they'll go to a show or a shop, they'll see a card in the case for $10. Oh, it's on TCG Player for $8, but you know what? They'll buy it for $10. Because they know that they have to pay for shipping and taxes elsewhere, and they can look at the card right then and there. I'm just using the back of a notepad. They can look at the card and be like, corners look sharp, centering looks pretty good, surface, little thing there, but that's not too bad. Yeah, this is great. Which you can't do online. But people will still religiously buy online. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not diving into that today. I refuse to dive into that today. But let's get back to the whole gambling thing with sports cards and Pokemon cards, as I have Rob's video kind of playing. Crap, where did I even go before I got into Pokemon? That's why I don't run breaks here, because I know people are just going to join a bigger stream or backyard or whoever because they got awesome and cooler product, but I also don't want people to give me money for a break and then not get anything out of it. How many times have you guys joined a break and you got absolutely nothing out of it? I tell this story all the time because this is such a great story. 2021, flawless football. Mac Jones was the chase. Trevor Lawrence was the chase. You know, those quarterbacks were all the chase. But the product was a little delayed. And it didn't come out until I think like the fall of 2022, maybe? No. Maybe like the winter of 2022. I don't remember when it came out. It doesn't matter when it came out. But Mac Jones at the time, guys, was clearly the best quarterback out of the bunch, right? He had the best rookie season. He made the Pro Bowl. He made the playoffs, put up the best numbers. That's just a fact, guys, okay? A couple years later, things have changed. But this is when the Patriots and Mac Jones and breaks were very popular. So this gentleman, bought into just a spot of the Patriots, just a PYT of the Patriots for $500. And I think Flawless has 9 or 10 cards. I think it's 10 cards. $500 for the Patriots could be very, very rewarding. It could also be very, very depressing. And after the 10 cards were flipped open and revealed, guess how many cards of value he walked away with after spending $500 for that one spot? Zero. So let's ask him the question. Did you leave that break of $500 feeling satisfied? Do you feel like you got your money's worth? Do you feel like you got your value's worth? No. And people are still buying into these high-end breaks for $500 more and less. It just absolutely makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me, guys. I do not get it. I don't get it. I never will get it. But you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm not the one that's buying into the brakes. You guys are. Maybe not you specifically, but there are people out there listening and watching that do. And I honestly, at the end of the day, I just feel bad for you guys. Be honest, I really do. Just enjoy the hobby for what it is to you, for whatever may be worth to you. Those are just kind of some of the topics that I had planned for today's episode. I definitely would have loved to have Ricky on and to kind of discuss these conversations that we had. We can absolutely circle back when Ricky's back here in a couple weeks. But, I mean, guys, that's just going to kind of wrap it up, honestly. I mean, there's really not much more to kind of talk about right now. I'm personally disgusted, irritated, agitated, mad, disgusted. I think I already said that. I don't even know anymore. But today's going to be a good day at the shop, guys. Absolutely will be. And I definitely appreciate you guys for watching and listening. Again, appropriate, respectful comments down below. Let me know how you feel. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new or haven't considered subscribing. Check out the channel membership program. I guess my outgoing take, because I can't end this episode without having an outgoing take. I always say this, have fun, buy what you can buy, be smart. Like, these are all just like kind of generic outgoing takes that I have. Goodness, I can't even, I just rambled for who knows how long and I can't even think of an outgoing take. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, I got one. With the weather getting nicer, people will slowly not be going to shops and shows as much because they'd rather be outside, going to the park, picnics, fun stuff outside, and I totally get that. And this is something I've noticed every single year. I've seen it, of course, at the shop and at shows as well. It slows down. And I just kind of want, and once it gets like blazing hot outside, like people want to go to the beach, they're going on vacations, and you can only do so much of that stuff. And then when football season comes back around in August, it picks back up. But kind of from April and then like June and July-ish, it's like, I don't know. Let's just say April to July, it does tend to slow down a little bit just because the weather's nice and people would rather be outside. And I totally get that. But don't forget about your local card shops. Don't forget about your local card shows, because that is what keeps the hobby running and generating in your local area. I'm not just trying, please come to Murph's Cartel, please. I need your bit. Like, it's not one of those. It's not. It's just like, hey, don't forget. Hey, keep in mind, supporting your local card shop or your local show, whether it's a local show here in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, or Connecticut, or Murph's Card Town if it is, or even if you're across the country or wherever you are, just don't forget to visit your local card shop. And if you can, go to your local card shows, because they are the foundation of the hobby in your community. And without your support, it's very difficult for any of them to strive, survive, and to blossom, especially when, online presence is so heavy as it is. So just, some extra support can definitely go a long way. So that's my outgoing take. And I think that's a really wholesome, heartwarming outgoing take. Even if it's just the middle of June, you have a day off. Hey, let me pop in for like 20 minutes, catch up with the owner, maybe grab a box and have fun, or go through the value boxes for 30 minutes, whatever it may be, right? Oh, let me just pop into a show. I'll be there for an hour, talk to a few vendors I like, and I leave. You don't even have to get anything. It's just, make sure you keep thinking of us. That's all I'll say. But yeah, that will wrap it up for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for episode number 40 of Hobby Talk, a cardboard podcast. Please make sure you smash the thumbs up button, comment down below, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new or haven't considered subscribing. Definitely appreciate the love and support. Check out the channel membership program, guys. I've queued up an excellent video right there for you that I do believe is going to be excellent for your hobby endeavors. Hopefully, I'll see you in that one. Bye.